Master the art of delegation and task management in just 7 minutes. In this busy world, we have a lot of things to do. You find yourself that usually you get overwhelmed. Or the moment you become a leader or you get an appointment as a manager, you start getting a lot of responsibilities. You still have home responsibilities, you have work responsibilities, you have community or church responsibilities. And guess what? The time does not increase. It is always 24 hours. Today, I'm going to give you 3 steps in form of formulas that you can use in task management and delegation. So the first formula we are going to use is what we call time boxing. How does time boxing work? Step number 1, under time boxing, you're going to list down all the things that you need to do for the period you're planning for. It could be for a week, for a month, or for a day. So you list down, we are going to use this as our list. Step number 2, under time boxing, you prioritize out at least 3 things that cannot wait. They are urgent and important. We are going to go into that deeper later. So you come here, you say you have exercise, submission of reports, you have dropping children to school, a meeting, you have responding to emails and online engagements, check email, training, studying in class, you have orientation of new employees, you have onboarding clients. So you ask yourself, of these, which ones have to be done, rain or shine? Remember, there's a difference between important and urgency. We are going to go deeper in that. So let's say reporting must be done, rain, shine. Onboarding new clients must be done, rain, shine. Maybe this meeting is with also your bosses, rain, shine. Now, you mention those. We're going to look at it deeper shortly. Now, after you prioritize, the next thing you're going to do is the boxing. Box, allocate other items. With the remaining time, let's say you have 1 p.m. to 2, you have 3 to 4, you have 5 to 6, 7 to 10. You allocate each item on your list a particular box of time. That 1 to 2, I will exercise, 3 to 4, I will train, 5 to 6, I will study, 7 to 9, I will respond to emails. The rest, I can't handle. Now, remember, all of them may not be taken up. Even these that I've given you, this is little time given the activities here. Now you need to either delegate, procrastinate, and so on. Now what we are going to do, we are going to go to step number 4. Manage the rest using the procrastination on purpose model. There's a gentleman that came up with a theory that procrastination is actually not bad if done on purpose. And so he suggested a funnel model with which you decide which items to procrastinate, more or less postpone on purpose. But before you postpone, he suggested 4 other options that you can take. That 1, you can concentrate on an item. Number 2, you can automate. Number 3, you can delegate. And number 4, you can procrastinate. Now, we are going to look at that. But question first, how do we choose which ones should we delegate, procrastinate, or automate? So we are going to use the scaling model. So this is an exercise that you can do as an individual, but it's also an exercise you can do with your team. We are going to draw something like a compass or a cross, depending on where you see it. And up here, we are going to write important. And down, we are going to write not important. In the east, we are going to write urgent. And in the west, we are going to write not urgent. This is step 2. So at this point, we are going to ask ourselves which things are important at the same time urgent. Important and urgent. We list them. And then we are going to look at things that are urgent but not important. And then we are going to list things here that are neither urgent nor important. Neither urgent and not important. And lastly, we are going to list a group of things that are important and not urgent. So what are we going to do with these things? Now this takes us to the last formula and the last step in managing and allocating tasks, what we call the procrastination on purpose model funnel. What we call the procrastination on purpose funnel model. Let's look at it quickly. So these are the classifications, just for us to remember what we are looking at. We have things that are important and urgent. Number 2, we have things that are important but not urgent. Number 3, we have things that are urgent. Number 3, we have things that are urgent and not important. And lastly, we've looked at things that are not important and not urgent. So what do we do? This is what is going to help us, the procrastination on purpose funnel model. Let's look at the model quickly and then we will be out here. So with this model, we are going to draw a funnel, and the funnel is going to have just 3 steps. Now, at first, we are going to have these tasks that we listed here. Come here. We are going to test them with this model to decide which ones do we handle and which ones do we do what. So the first kind of tasks that we are going to deal with are tasks that are not important and they are not urgent. Here, what we do is what we call eliminate. We look here, we could have had something like attend a police birthday. So the birthday is not that urgent, but also it is not important. So the second type of activity that we are going to deal with is the activity that is urgent, but not that important. And with this, we are going urgent and not that important. With this, we are going to automate. You need to notify your clients that you've received money. You need to reply some messages, but many people are sending the same messages. It doesn't matter whether they are customized or not. You just need a notification. Just buy a tool. Just buy a tool and automate the response. You need a reminder, alerts to your teams to do something. Automate. Now, the next type of activities are activities that are important but not urgent. These you delegate. And then there are activities that are important and urgent. Important and urgent. Those you concentrate on them. Activities that are important and urgent. Now, remember, there are some activities that will fall here that cannot even be finished by your own team. Now, those are the activities that you now procrastinate on purpose. They're important, but they are not urgent. This again is urgent and important. With these options that you have, you also have a permission on this side, what we call the permissions. Now, permissions at eliminating, you allowed to ignore. A permission at automating, you need to invest. Invest in the tools or the softwares that allow or that will facilitate the automation. And then the permissions at delegating, there's a permission of imperfect. Because if it is not perfect, you have enough time to fix it. But for anything that is urgent and important, you don't have time to fix it if it's not perfect. So here, you must handle yourself. Because these activities are by you, these ones you delegate to the team. I hope briefly you've understood how to actually manage your tasks by listing them, time box them, give them priority, and then pass them through this model to choose which ones to delegate, to automate, or eliminate. If you have any question, put it in the comments below. If you need to understand and to be helped in becoming a better manager, becoming a better leader, improve yourself, grow and develop yourself, please join our year-long program, which will be happening every Sunday in the afternoon. If you want more details, put a comment below.